Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD for SageFab.tv, and welcome to Week in Focus, where today we are looking at Blackhole, a DEX or DeFi protocol connected or linked to Elliott Trades and his Superverse ecosystem. But before we jump into this video, guys, where we are looking at Blackhole, please know that this is not financial advice. If you do require financial advice, by now you know what to do. Please approach someone who's actually trained to give you financial advice. The information contained in this video is just for educational as well as entertainment purposes, and it's also not targeting UK audiences for the sole reason that the authorities do deem anything crypto related to be extremely risky, and they're trying to protect you just in case you end up losing your fund if you ape into crypto. That said, if you're not subscribed, guys, please consider subscribing to our channel. We are one of these few channels that bring you authentic content that you may not find anywhere else, and we don't necessarily just agitate news, which is what other channels do. We bring you something authentic. That said, let's come back to our Week in Focus, where we are looking at Blackhole. Now, imagine you are standing before a massive cosmic vortex, unyielding, mysterious, and pulling in every stray piece of matter nearby. Now, replace that with liquidity from DeFi, GameFi, AI, even legacy chains. And instead of matter, it's everything getting funneled into a single community-powered DEX. That is Blackhole, a nascent yet audacious decentralized exchange on Avalanche, promising to be a liquidity supernova powered by a bold hybrid VE 3.3 driven engine. Let's move on to what we want to focus on, the tokenomics. Is it authentic or it's Ponzi? That's what we want to dive in. So let's start with the dual VE NFT model, or the singularity VE NFT, where you lock your black for up to 4 years to mint these. You gain voting power, rebases, trading fees, shares, and eligibility for liquidity emissions via weekly gauge votes. You also have the supermassive VE NFT. This is when you burn black, which is the token for Blackhole. You burn it permanently to mint these NFTs, VE NFT. In return, you get non-decaying governance power, or a 10% boost or on rebasing, and 10% more voting power. It introduces a deflationary sink into the tokenomics, economically compelling and supply reducing. Let's move on to the community-only launch, which Blackhole boasts about. There are 0 team allocations and there are no VC allocations. Instead, all tokens were burned into supermassive VE NFTs, meaning no future sell pressure from insiders. Governance control is firmly community-led or community-held. As far as emissions and governance are concerned, emissions are voted on by VE NFT holders using gauges to direct liquidity incentives. For voters earn trading fees, bribes, protocol rewards, and rebases. Emission phases evolve over time from early growth to governance-dominated hawking radiation. Moving on to automated market maker innovation and Genesis pools. Here it offers concentrated, stable, and variable AMMs, giving liquidity providers flexibility and capital efficiency. Genesis pools, where it enables projects to launch with fair liquidity distribution. Failed pools refund users, successful ones auto-stake LP tokens and begin receiving emissions from Epoch 1. Moving on to real-time data snapshots. 24-hour trading volume, approximately $180 million. Market cap hovering around 50 to 60 million. I think now it's dropped to about 30 million. I think, could be wrong. Could be that 50 to 60 million with tight circulation supply. Where is the investor value coming from there? Well, let's look at the deflationary pressure. Banning tokens of supermassive VE NFTs reduces circulating supply over time. Scarcity breeds value. That's the angle anyway. Next, you got aligned governance, where community controls emissions and revenue streams. The team has no sell pressure. Next, you got multi-staked rewards, where LPs and VE NFT holders can earn emissions, bribes, protocol fees, and rebases. Next, the launchpad utility. Genesis pools empower equitable and capital efficient project launches, increasing ecosystem engagement. So you can see there is built-in demand for the black token, and scarcity is also built in by various locking mechanisms. So is this business model sustainable or speculative? Let's start with the strength. We've got the VE model, which is battle tested. It's been tested on Curve and Velodrome. There are no team tokens, therefore 0 team sell pressure. Strong deflationary mechanics, instantly trust enhancing. Multi-phase emission plan avoids runaway inflation. I mean, if you are familiar with the super token, you know the supply has been locked where it is for quite a long time. I think it goes back to 3-4 years ago. A modular automated market maker and Genesis pools, DeFi and GameFi on board. Now, let's look at some of the risks, or you could say weaknesses. Success depends on sustained adoption. If oral lag or user engagement falters, emissions become unbalanced. Heavy complexity may tear mainstream users not vested in DeFi nuance. Bribes and complexity may give advantage to whales, potential centralization risk. That is quite a strong one, because that features in almost every network. The other day in a separate video, we are talking about whales in in Polkadot just hovering all the value because they can. They've got the bags to do that. And finally, going forward, constant demand is needed. Otherwise, emissions become dilutionary rather than rewarding. All those are risks to consider when it comes to Blackhole and the Black token. So let's look at whether this is authentic or this is just a Ponzi scheme. Where does Blackhole sit on this spectrum? I'd rank it authentic but with speculative overtone. The protocol doesn't rely on private money, team unlocks, or centralized control. Instead, it commits to deflation, fair launches, and layered incentives, and that is rare within the crypto ecosystem. However, its VE 3.3 mechanics still require new participants continuously engaging, meaning it's a high reward and high stakes. Not a Ponzi, but not entirely without risk. Always need to do your own research, guys. My final thoughts on Blackhole is that if Blackhole were a star, it would be a burning beacon promising Orbit, Avalanche's ecosystem, pulling in liquidity, projects, and community under its gravity wave. Its tokenomics are meticulously forged, aligning incentives and deflationary supply as it grows. I mean, this shows that the likes of Elliot Trades, who is one of the founders of Blackhole, he's been around for a while and he's seen what works and what doesn't when it comes to tokenomics. And the fact that he's borrowing from the likes of Care Finance and Velodrome means he's been around for a while. He's a smart dude. He knows what he's after. He knows how to create value or to squeeze the price of his token up. But that you could say that it relies on founders having to manipulate the tokenomics. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not. Now, every Blackhole needs a constant feed, and if engagement dries, even the mightiest vortex can collapse. So yes, Blackhole is one of the most legitimately ambitious tokenomic ecosystems we have seen, right? Just don't mistake the pull of its gravity for infinite fuel. Do your own research before falling in. After all, this is a Blackhole. Guys, any thoughts about our take on Blackhole? Let us know in the comment section. Until the next one, FD for 65.TV signing out for now. Bye.